first of all, before we get into, because I got a whole list of things to cover, it's only so much time. I first of all just want to say to everybody who was worried and actually praying and reaching out via social media or texting and calling me directly, I appreciate you. My daughter appreciates, my family does. For me to wake up, okay, on September 11th, the day that the whole country was mourning what happened in New York City, for me to wake up and end up getting accused of doing anything bad to my baby was the randomest, craziest thing ever. Now, some folks don't know this, but I'm here to shed light on everything. My daughter got spanked 2 times in 10 years. The first time I spanked my daughter is because her mama asked me to do it. The second time I spanked my daughter is because I told my daughter to tell me the truth about something she did. She didn't. So I literally spanked her with my right hand directly on her butt. Didn't abuse, didn't do anything crazy. So when her mom, who I gave her the heads up, like she got caught lying, I told her to tell me the truth, she didn't. I just want to give you the heads up that for the second time in 10 years, I just spanked Shayla. She ended up running to court on September 11th and literally accused me of abusing my baby. She couldn't walk, couldn't talk, couldn't do this, couldn't do that. Like literally went into there like a writer from the TV show Scandal and created an entire monologue, and it went out and literally traumatized me forever.
Now, was there some static between you and your daughter's mom?
There was no static other than the fact that I'm a married man, and I'm not just married, but I'm happily married and I've moved on. Like, I don't wish no harm on that woman. I look forward to her finding someone, getting in a relationship, moving on with her life so that she can be happy in whatever capacity. But
that's right.
At the end of the day, bruh, it's not my fault that God has still decided to extend his favor over my life and career, where I'm still doing movies. I'm still out here selling out concerts, not just theaters, but arenas. I'm still relevant. I still matter. And you have went out of your way for 10 years. I want y'all to understand that in 10 years, I've been accused of hitting her when she was pregnant, everything imaginable that she can think of to try and tarnish my brand and image and compromise my career has been happening for 10 years. Now, this is something that's important. I came here to share. I want y'all to understand, to all of the viewers out here, I'm not on a mission to throw under the bus. I'm on a mission to clarify something that everybody was confused about. And I'm here to keep it real, so I'm going to tell y'all everything.
Right.
The lawyers that have represented me for the last 10 years, other than my new lawyer right now named Tyrese, told me, don't worry about it, take the high road. I've never settled out. I've never paid somebody to get rid of them and what they're accusing me of. That's never happened. But they basically said, any way we can, let's get this nightmare over with. Whatever she accused you of, don't worry about it. People got short attention span, move on. In 10 years, this was the first time Norma has ever testified and went on trial. Like, we did a full trial, and she went and lied for 3 weeks straight under penalty of perjury. And everything that she accused me of for the last 10 years, nothing checked out.
Really?
Nothing.
So what's the repercussions on that?
The repercussions was I ended up getting something which I already had. But I went 87 days, bro. I don't have 10 kids. I don't have 10 pregnancies. I've never gotten a woman pregnant ever in my life other than my daughter, Shayla. So for me to wake up on September 11th and literally be accused of something out the blue, and then she gets a restraining order, which means I can't call, no FaceTime, no contact, no pickups and drop-offs at the school, none of the things that I do. Now, some women specifically would be in their feelings about this, but I want to make sure I take this off the record. This is not about men versus women. This is fathers versus liars. I want to make sure I clarify that. You cannot wake up and just lie and just make something up on a Thursday. You know what I feel like saying about it?
Some do it to gain advantage, to use abuse or restraining order to gain advantage in courts when you're in the middle of a custody battle.
And this is what I want to make sure I clarify. What we have found, and this is the truth, what we have found is that she is suffering from something that a lot of people don't know about, which is called pathological enmeshment. Look it up. It's called pathological enmeshment.
Google that?
And she's also suffering from something called parenting alienation. When your goal and your mission is to mentally, emotionally, and psychologically mess the kid up so badly where you can get the kid to think the same way that you do about the other parent to try and create separation between both parents. Now I can say to you, listen, Norma, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate what we did. We had an angel. But I married you to keep you in the country. I never married you because I was happily married. You're from London. I married you because we had a baby on the way and I had to do whatever I had to do so that I'm not traveling all the way to London just to spend quality time with my baby. So now you're running around painting this picture like we was like, bro, we got married and it was like 7 people there. Like, I am the most flashiest, flamboyant dude other than Floyd Mayweather. I'm the flashiest. There's nothing about me that's low-key and quiet. You know that I married her to keep her in the country. I'm giving y'all the raw scoop. Like, so for me, bro, listen, I have moved on. I'm married. I'm happily married. My life is blessed. My career is thriving. And I got people out here who have decided I'm not going to put you in the movie. Hold on.
I mean, at this point, it seems like Tyrese is on an all-out war. He's going to use his ex-wife in what has been his lengthy bashing of the original woman. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I would have thought that since his biggest issue was the fact that he wanted his daughter, and the courts basically did not want to get into a lot of it, it's probably hard to establish, there was abuse previously if you never had a record, if there was no police called or you didn't say anything, so only they really know the story. I mean, it doesn't even sound like good parenting, but for him to go as far as he did, I mean, he is basically ripping his ex-wife apart. And this is like just using your children to try and come at someone who you have an issue with. That's what this looks like to me. But the article says Tyrese recently visited Ricky Smiley's morning show, addressed everything surrounding his court battle and child abuse allegations. He explained how his ex-wife Norma came up with the allegations and how she was proven false, which I didn't hear the evidence of how she was proven false. I'm sure if you go into the court records, it's just that she didn't have sufficient evidence to bring to the court to show what happened. She didn't have video or pictures or anything so the court could see, because that's what you would need. But it goes on to say Tyrese then jumped to the reason why he married Norma, which may raise eyebrows. Exactly. To hear him bring that into this situation, which he acts like his daughter is the world to him. It only matters about his child. But yet he decided to bring up his ex-wife and their personal life in the past, which I don't believe there was any reason for him to put that out to the public. Like, a lot of people like to keep their private life private, and he just decided to just give this information out of how he felt, and it makes me look at him a certain way, because there was no reason to talk about his marriage previous. He's supposed to be a happily married man, but it seems like since he got married, he is totally into this battle with his ex-wife, and the child is in the middle. Continuing, Tyrese explained that Norma is from London, England, when she got pregnant with their child. Tyrese wanted to keep Norma and Shayla in the U.S. During the interview, Tyrese said, "Norma, I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate what we did. We had an angel, but I married you to keep you in the country. I never married you because I was happily married." Basically, he's saying that he married her to give her a green card, to have her stay in the country with his child. That he never loved her. He never went before God. He made these vows knowing that he didn't care for her, he didn't care about her, and he didn't love her. So you mean to tell me that he was married to her from December 2007 to August 2009, all because of a green card, and that was it? So those years of marriage, 2007, 2008, almost 2 years of marriage was nothing. You know, he's sleeping with her, she's being the wife, and then he's low enough to say the only reason he married her was to get her green card for the convenience of him not having to go out of his way, since he's a big baller and he likes to do things big and spend that money, so he wouldn't have to spend that money. So since he didn't give a damn about her, or he didn't care about her, and it was just to keep her in the country, it would raise suspicions in my mind to how he actually did treat her. I mean, this is a person that you just kept around so you could keep your child, but you really didn't care about her at all, is what he's saying. So how exactly did you treat her in the marriage? Did you snap out on her? Did you hit her? Did you abuse her? Did you cheat on her? Did you do all of these things that she's saying? Because out of your own mouth, you're saying you didn't give a damn about her. It was just to keep her and the child in the country. That was it. No love, no honor, no anything. The vows actually meant nothing. But you married her anyway. You're from London. I married you because we had a baby on the way and I had to do whatever I had to do. So I'm not traveling all the way to London just to spend time with my baby. You know, I married her to keep her in the country. How would they know? How would anybody know that's what you did and why you did it? Honestly, I just think this is messy. I think this is very emotional, and it's not a good look. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's trying to get another job. I don't know if he lost out on something. I don't know what it is, but he is just going off the deep end. And when I listened to that interview, I thought it was absolutely disgusting. It's like gossip. This is what women, you know, are accused of doing, gossiping. But man decided to divulge this information, and for what reason? It was to slander his ex-wife. And he's doing this at the expense of his child, at the expense of his integrity, and all to what? Please his wife? His non-black wife? You know, he was saying in the interview how he lost money. It seems like the biggest thing is that he is very money hungry. That's all he's concerned with. And it's like he's mixing his personal life in. That's how he's staying relevant. He's talking about his ex-wife, and I believe he's using his daughter because on the parenting side, let's say that he did discipline her. How does he know that because his daughter was mad at him, she didn't go tell her mother a different story? How do you know? You know, he's an actor, so she may have picked up some traits. How do we know that, you know, this girl didn't say that, you know, he hit me, he did this, you know, and she may have been crying or whatever. So the wife, you know, she probably never seen this before, so where does this come from? It's all out the blue, and it's after he gets married to his new wife, so it could have been something like that. But instead of even asking that or taking care of it in-house or trying to keep this out of the media as much as possible, he's gonna go ahead and put it on display. And there's no way of proving that he hit her or not, because we don't have the evidence. We don't have the pictures, you know, like the Rihanna pictures. We don't have that. But from his words and what he said and how he is going after his ex-wife, I think that is so cold-hearted. It's so low. It's very disgusting to say that about someone that you were married to say that about the mother of your children. So how is your daughter going to feel with you coming after her mother, someone that she looks like, someone that she loves and cares about? Sometimes you have to have a little integrity, even in tough situations. You want to be called a man, but you don't even know how to act like a man and regulate your emotions and your stress, because none of this had to be put out to the media. All you had to do was let the lawyers take care of it, and in the end it's 50-50 custody. And plus, I think he was going overboard. He again used this situation that he didn't have to put out there in the media, in social media at all, and he is trying to use it to his advantage so he can stay out in the limelight. Like I said, a lot of these people will sell their mother down the river for $1 and for some fame. No, but to say to the mother of your child that you didn't give a damn about her, it was just keeping her in the country so you could have access to your daughter and it be a convenience to you, and that's the only reason. It was only 7 people there. I didn't give you the big wedding that I gave my now wife. This is disgusting, and it's not a good look. And then I have some of these black males. Do put on your listening ears. I didn't say all black men. I said these black males. These black males that I'm talking about are dusty tumbleweeds. Tyrese, I put him in the category of a dusty tumbleweed. But he is setting up here saying some very hurtful, harmful things about the mother of his child, and he says that he loves her very much, but he is not acting like that by trying to defuse the situation, by trying to make everything that's going on as painless as possible. He's trying to rub his new non-black wife in his ex-wife's face. He is trying to use his daughter for publicity. I think he is a lousy excuse for a father and husband. And I do remember hearing something about, he said that his wife was pregnant and he wanted black women to give her support. Like I said, there is just something about this from the start, where I said in the video, and I will link it in the description box, where he tried to change the mold of what the original woman is, and he has a serious issue with the original woman, where he tried to label his non-black wife as a #black queen. This does not make his ex-wife look bad. This actually makes him look horrible. And then you have the men there. You could see on their faces, there was somebody on the other side, they panned to them, but you can see the expression on their face. They're like, are you serious? You're actually just running your mouth about this, saying these things to the public. And then you heard Ricky Smiley over there, you know, giving him a pass and patting him on the back. But you know, I'll go ahead and leave it right here. Let me know what you think about Tyrese and his disrespectful ass antics, and I will see you in the next one.